This is a demonstration of automating work.com for Salesforce. So the first thing that I'm going to do is install the package into my developer org. In the release notes, there are the package components are all documented. Um, we're installing a set of custom settings. It's an Apex class, a test class, and then a trigger, and then all the custom settings. Okay, so the package installation was successful. Um, Bit of background on this package. When we use work.com, Salesforce is beginning to open up the API for work.com, but you still cannot do a ton of the out-of-the-box automation that Salesforce provides. So it's not possible to create validation rules on work.com objects, and it's not possible to create workflow rules on work.com objects. Um, so the purpose of this package is to get around some of that. Specifically, the to automatically generate thanks when an opportunity reaches a certain stage. This is eventually going to be extendable to other areas of the application, or it could be extendable to other areas of the application. But for now, um, what I built is just automation around opportunities. So the first thing that we do when we install the package is we have to configure the custom settings. So I'm going to set a new organizational level value. So these are the main custom settings that drive the functionality around auto recognition. Badge name is going to specify which badge you want to generate when you generate an auto thanks. Giving field and receiving field are used if you are not enabling team thanks, and the thanks stage is used. This specifies which stage should generate an auto thanks. So if we specify the thanks stage to be closed won, if an opportunity is not in a stage of closed won and it goes to a stage of closed won, the trigger will fire and an auto thanks will be generated. So let's talk through configuring the custom settings, because this is the main work that needs to be done in order to enable the auto recognition. So I'm going to go to the work.com app, select recognition. Or I need to go to the recognition tab. This field, badge name, should reflect whatever the name of the badge is. So you need to enter exactly what the field name is, or sorry, what the badge name is into this field. If you um, add an extra space at the end, or if you were to misspell a word, the functionality is not going to work. So I'm going to use the gold star badge here. Enabling auto thanks is the overrides all other custom settings here. So if enable auto thanks is not checked, nothing's going to happen, no matter what other custom settings you have configured. I'm going to keep team thanks enabled for now, and I can go into the giving field and receiving field later on, but we're going to call the thanks stage closed won. This is another situation. The stage name needs to exactly match whatever stages have been specified in your org. And before I proceed here, I think I need to actually these fields need to be populated. The default value should always be owner ID for giving field and receiving field if you are using team thanks. And this should be defaulted. I think I can put an enhancement into this package that all of these fields will be pre-populated when you first install the package, but if that's not already in the release notes, it will be. That giving field and receiving field should be populated with something. Alright, I'm going to save my custom setting. And here I've created an opportunity. It's in a stage of ID decision makers. I have 2 opportunity team members. So if I go to the user Frank Thomas and go to recognition, we can see that Frank has received recognition. It's a gold star saying great job getting the sale. And then if I look at my own user, who is also an opportunity team member, we can see that he's received recognition as well. The package also provides the functionality to generate thanks based on custom fields on the opportunity. So how about an organization that doesn't use opportunity teams or doesn't want to generate thanks for everybody on the opportunity team? Instead, they might have a key user who develops leads, and whenever an opportunity owner converts one of their opportunities to closed won, we want to generate a work thanks specifically for the lead development rep, in this case Frank Thomas. So what I need to do is go back to the custom settings, it's critical to disable enable team thanks. As long as team thanks is enabled, it's always going to generate a thank you to everybody on the opportunity team. If there's nobody on the opportunity team, nothing's going to happen. So here I can specify which field from the opportunity should serve as the person giving the work thanks, and also it specifies the lookup field for the person receiving the work thanks. So in this case, it's going to be the lead development rep field. This always needs to be the API name of the opportunity field. I've disabled enable team thanks, and just for fun, let's say that we're gonna generate this at perception analysis instead. And let's change the badge name to just, there's a thanks badge. Okay, if I go to my opportunity and the stage moves to perception analysis, we can see Frank now has a work thanks generated that says thanks for the great lead. Two last things here. So the message that's generated should be hard coded into the Apex pack or the Apex class. So when you're creating an opportunity thanks, it says good job getting the sale. When you're just creating a one-off thanks, when enable team thanks is disabled, it says thanks for the great lead. This is going to be configurable, or it can be configurable if we do another release of this. But it's in the short term, you could pretty easily just go into the Apex class, edit the code, and just customize it directly in the Apex code. And then the only other thing to mention is that there's one work thanks that doesn't work. I think it's the you're a rock star, because there's something that's affecting the code between, it's either the apostrophe or the exclamation point in the you're a rock star badge that doesn't allow it to be assigned. So just important to note that the badge name doesn't handle punctuation very well. All right, this should be all documented on this GitHub page. If there are any issues, they can be raised on the GitHub page. I'll update this if I make any changes to the code, but yeah, everything should be documented here.